ಗೊತ್ತಾ? So in this video we are going to talk about the placement companies which you may get in IIT Bombay. The companies you may get placed in IIT Bombay if you are a good student and you score very well in IIT Bombay. The course that you have selected, if you score very well and placements, you will get very well companies. So let us see which companies you may get placement if you score very well and study well in IIT Bombay. If you are taken aerospace engineering, if you take an MTech, 30 students, 36 students, and this placement is there. The companies that they are taking, you may get placed from IIT Bombay. If you do aerospace engineering, the means the aerospace engineering, the space technology. There may be ISRO, Airbus, Hyundai Mobis, Honeywell, Boeing, and Gulfstream. So Boeing, they are the aeroplane, and ISRO and Airbus, and other companies you may know. ISRO, they have space, and Airbus, it is also aerospace. So these are the companies you may get placement if you study well and if you score very well in aerospace engineering all sense. And next is applied geophysics and earth science. So for this, the companies like Vedanta, Schlumberger, and ONGC, and Karen and HP, these are the companies you may get placed for geophysics. So geophysics less company, but our space there are more companies. So there are many companies here. They are going to see like here 36 companies, 30 companies, 2, 6 companies, and 15 companies are there if you do dual degree BTech, MTech. But the most important things are Honeywell. These are the most big companies you may get placed here. Also see. So if you do applied geophysics, 12 companies you will get, but in that it depends. The most famous companies that all knows that are these companies Vedanta, HP, and the next is biomedical engineering. Here 22 for MTech company, 22 companies for if you do MTech, and PhD 3 companies, and 4 companies for MTech plus PhD. And if you do 2 years MSc, that is for biotechnology, you will get 12 company, and PhD if you do only 1 company is here. Among them, the most famous companies you may know, that is Micron, the Citix Tech, Sysmex, Strand, and Indigen. So these are the famous companies. You may get chance if you score well in all lesson and get good rank. And if you may get chance in these companies if you do all these things and study well. If you study well in your all sense. The next is Center for Research in Nanotechnology and Science. There is only 6 companies are there in this. You have to do PhD. That 6 companies, then only they will take. You may get chance in that 6 companies. The famous company in that 6 companies, KLA 10 Core. And as you know, civil engineering, 103 companies are there for BTech, and for MTech plus PhD 4 companies, and 46 companies for MTech, and for PhD 9 companies are there. And among them famous that are Tata Steels, Ram, Ramboll, and Daral Hansa. These are the famous companies. You may get chance here. For getting chance, you have to study well, score well, and behave when they ask questions. Answer the questions correctly. It depends on the situation also. Okay, so be casual. Don't be tension when they ask question during the placement time. And next is chemical engineering. Here for that chemical engineering, BTech, land and 11 companies are there. 1 company for MTech, plus PhD, and 7 companies dual BTech plus MTech and PhD 14 companies and MTech 29 companies. And for chemistry, if you take in IIT Bombay, 21 companies for 2-year MSc, 20 companies for 4-year BS, and 5-year integrated MSc, 2 companies for PhD, and dual degree like BSc and MSc, 3 companies. Among them, the famous companies here you can see, that is Piramal, Dr. Reddy, ITC Limited. ITC Limited is very famous, India, and Sekisui, and many other companies are there. These are the famous companies among them. Next is Applied Statistics and Informatics. Among these, 29 companies are there for 2 years MSc. Only MSc you have to do, and for mathematics also 2-year MSc. Among the 10 companies are there. Among these, you can get placement. The famous companies are EXL and ANZ, EY, Accenture, and Citibank. These are the famous companies which you may get fair placement. And the most important that many of the students join after 12th is for IIT Bombay, that is for computer science and engineering. And same here also you have 111 companies for BTech, MTech, 101 company, 3 company for PhD. And among these famous companies, all you, that is Microsoft, Google, Rubrik, Tower, IBM, Uber, HP will also come under this. Many other famous company will also come. HP here also was there, right? See here HP. This is HP is some other from, sorry, it is art science, right? HP I am telling about the computer science. Okay, HP, the pen drive, the like that. Many other companies are there, but famous among them is these companies. And these companies you will get chance. As I said, you have to work hard for that. And next is electrical engineering. So here electrical engineering, many companies are there, like 71 companies you are there for dual degree BTech plus MTech you have to do, and 53 companies for BTech, 28 companies for PhD and MTech plus PhD, 3 companies are there, 1 company for IDD BTech plus MTech you have to do, and 88 companies for MTech. And among them famous companies are Honda, NEC, Sony, Samsung, electrical, many other electrical companies which are famous. But it is 2020 and 21 that batch. Now it may be different for them this year. Okay. And next is engineering science and energy science and engineering. 24 companies are there for dual degrees like BTech plus MTech, and 18 companies for MTech, 3 for MSc plus PhD, and 5 for PhD, MTech plus PhD. Among them, the famous are Bloom Energy, Mahindra, Salzone, Murate, and GSC. These are the famous companies. Now, energy physics, BTech you have done, you may get chance in 8 companies and 5 companies for dual degrees like BTech plus MTech, and physics 2 years if you have done MSc, and dual degrees like MSc plus PhD if you have done. 8 companies are there and 2 companies for PhD. Among the famous are Analog Devices, that is the devices, and TSMC, and Byju's for making students study for physics. If you are PhD, if you are done in physics, you may become teacher in Byju's. Next company is Geoinformatics and Resources Energy, like 23 companies are there for MTech and 1 company are there for PhD if you are done there. Bloom Energy, Sony, Qualcomm, these all come for resources energy. And humanities and social science, 27 companies are there for BS and MPhil, 7 companies and 2 companies for PhD, but no famous companies are there. And industrial design center, industries, many companies are there, like 26 companies for B design, industrial design, M design, industrial design, 14 companies, M design, interaction design, 11 companies, M design, mobility and vehicle design, 9 companies, and 10 companies for M design, animation and film design, and 13 companies for M design, visual communication. These are the companies. It may come, we cannot say this is the particular company, only this much number of company will come. It may be less, it may be more, depend upon that year. If they want give jobs, they have empty jobs, means they want to give jobs to students they are finding, so they will come to the colleges like IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, many other colleges are there. They will come and find the persons for them, then find the students for them, who can they give job for them. So it depends on that year. If they have less employees, then they may come to your college. So it depends. Okay, we cannot say this much only students means this much companies only it will come more. It may not increase, it may not decrease, we cannot say. And famous company for industrial design center is Reliance, Tata, Alexi, Google, Microsoft, IBM. These are also industries only, right? IBM, Google, belongs to the computer science, but also it is an industry only. And industrial engineering and operation researchers, there are 22 MTech company. If you are studying MTech, 22 companies are there. 6 for 2 years MSc and 1 company for dual MSc plus PhD. ExxonMobil, P&G, DHL, and NEC. These are the famous companies. And for meteorology engineering and material science, 75 companies are there for BTech, 39 for MTech, 30 for dual degree BTech plus MTech, 5 for PhD, and 1 company for MTech and plus PhD student. Example: Micron, GSW, Applied Materials, and Emulative. And if you have done mechanical engineering, there are many companies like 115 BTech companies. If you have done BTech, 115 companies, 51 for MTech, 25 for dual degree, both BTech and MTech if you have done, and PhD if you have done, 14 companies and 2 companies for BTech plus MHD ITT. Famous companies are Tata Steel, Jaguar, Bajaj, L'Oreal Palace, Taiken, many are their famous companies. And next is system and control engineering. If you have done 13 MTech company, 13 companies. If you have done MTech in that MTech, if you have done 1 year, MTech plus PhD, 1 company is there. PhD if you have done 1 company. So it is system and control. So only Hitachi and Havels that comes under control. Only that company. Technology and development, 26 companies are there. If you have done MTech like Boeing, Micron, and many some other companies may there that they may not be famous. Environmental Science and Engineering MTech, if you have done 9 companies, 2 companies for 2 years MSc, MTech plus PhD, 1 company, 1 company for PhD. So many options are there if you have done MTech, BTech. Okay, and no famous company are there. And for climatic studies, 2 companies are there. That is PhD. If you have done PhD, EDON, LT, FCC they have given. And for finance, many companies are there. If you have done finance in this IIT Bombay, like Deutsche Bank, Goldscan, Sage, Optic, many other famous companies are there. And for consulting, BCG, Strategy and Bain and Company. And for operations like Flipkart, OU, B&J, Zomato, many other companies are there. And for analytics, if you've done in IIT Bombay, EY, PwC, Capital One, Citibank, many other companies may come. So the process how placement happens is, first you have to get in touch with your placement office, where in your IIT Bombay where the placement is to happening. Then you have to assign the help, ask some help, or we means you can take information from them also. You can log in for this website also, and then you have to pay some placement fees. Then you have to do the fill up the job and announcement form. I want job, so announcement form, and like job description, salary, how much you want to take, and what all you have studied, and then payment and verification you have done. Then interested student, you have to sign that JF job application form, means announcement form. And then placement common aptitude test. IIT Bombay has also initiated some of the placement common aptitude test will, which can be used for shortlisting that in this student who have applied, who may get placement. And then interview will be conducted in December. The exact dates short shall be conveyed by the placement officers, who means in the placement cell you have to take the information when they will give, when they will make, on which date they will be having interviews. And the recruiter is supposed to give some of the final selection and waitlist at the end of final selection. Some of the questions they may also ask. So at the end you will get, you talk with the interviewer, they will to talk, and you will get information about their company also there. And for any information you can contact these people of IIT Bombay, and institute placement managers of these people for IIT Bombay. You can contact them and take the placement information if you want studying in IIT Bombay, and if you don't know anything what to do, how to do placement, how I may get placement. So this was the placement brochure of IIT Bombay 2020 and 21. So see you in my next video with some other topic. Till then, take care. Have a nice day. Bye.